Hang on, go ahead and get started here. Okay. So fairly cold this morning. As far as gappers go, we don't really have anything above 35% that's really moving. So not really good to see, honestly. Yeah, it's mostly just this right now. Let's see, we got Ranny. What does that look like? Nothing really. Got D-Nut. This one has kind of a high float though. Okay. Just gonna have to be patient, I think. I mean, this is a good bit. How much is... How much... No, this one was no good. But this isn't terrible. But this one has a really high float too. Could have been a reverse split because Thinkorswim is saying 8 million. This thing just kind of went down. Okay. WGO. This one's not really moving either. Yeah, this looks like it's just going to be a slow start. Just got to be patient. Looking like Nerve might have just been a one-off. This one is moving. The leading gapper. This one had a pretty nasty rug pull a few days. Well, nothing too much actually. It's a little cheap. But I mean, it moved 30 cents here on this move. No live news, though. This is on no news. $400,000. It's not terrible volume, but this is a bit cheaper, so it's not quite as impressive. Death Spiral stock, though. Holy crap, this thing is sold off. I mean, this could just be due for a pop. This thing is completely died. Doesn't look like a dilution has occurred recently. There were a reverse split here. So they probably diluted sometime in September, if I just had to guess. Maybe they diluted here. 9:30. Okay, I don't see anything, but fair enough. So 140 to 2. That's 210 almost. That's actually a really impressive move. Okay, we're up to 1 million. And the 5 minute. 1 minute. Still like 400,000. Maybe I should be a part of this. This kind of went straight up in the first move. This candle isn't very high volume. I'll take a stab at it. 100 shares is actually a bit conservative, given it's lower priced. Probably go for 98. If this continues down with lower volume, maybe I add. Main reason I was adding into this was because the volume's decreasing as the price is going down. Volume's still a bit high though. There might be too much pressure. Yeah. Not liking how that's panning out. Felt like it was a little heavy to the downside. We'll get back in here though. This drop was on really light volume. We'll see if I'm chasing the backside or not. Maybe it just goes all the way back? I don't know. It's surprised it would do this big of a move just to completely reverse. I mean, there's no news, so maybe that's more reason to have been skeptical. I just really didn't think after this kind of breakdown on low volume it would have done this. I mean, it's also somewhat of a cold market. This pump was on pretty low volume. The volume didn't really start coming in till here. Was this whole thing a trap? Very strange action. Dude, that's crazy. Wow. Holy crap, man, I got smoked today. Jeez. Was this... That might have been... This might have just been a trap then. Yeah, I probably should have... Maybe I should have got out the moment I realized this move was on really low volume. Could maybe have been argued that this entire move was too high priced with no news. Dang, I get the whole thing back. I mean, I gotta get out here, I think. Unfortunate. I mean, that's what I get for being aggressive whenever this is what happens to it. It ended up bouncing up a little bit, but what a flush. Let's see if this is day 2. I mean, even if this goes back up, no point in me really trying to hold this for hope that it goes back up. Seeing this kind of ruined the context for me. Just the low volume. I think pumped all the way from 150 to 210 and all the way back. 300,000. I mean, on the daily, it's like so sold off on the daily. Like just now, I just don't trust it. Still can't believe how much it's sold off. Yeah, there's like nothing moving too. Nothing's even up 30%. Just a really dull day today. DSX also failed. Just gotta be patient, I guess. It's going from 950 to 750. What is this? Nah. This is a new stock. I believe this gave the whole move back. Like, within 10 minutes. Really setting the tone for today. Yeah, I mean, it makes sense. This move being on almost no volume, up to even, yeah, up to here on little to no volume. That was a red flag. Because even though these candles were all lower volume than these two. It didn't matter. Because this pump happened. I think. That's what I think anyway. Very rough how that turned out. Even on the scanners, nothing too crazy is coming up. Really just gonna have to see what it drops on the half hour. I still think this could have worked out better if I identified this first. This low volume leg. Because this did end up going up a crazy amount, right? 140 to 210. So there was opportunity. Alright, we're at the half hour. We'll see if anything comes up here. BDSX is still selling off. Yeah, this one ended up giving it all back as well. Yeah, nothing's really holding up. Oh, yo, what's up, you guys? Avis, I did add you on Discord, just saying. So, I don't know if you saw that yet, but I added you yesterday. Beyond, I didn't want to touch this one because I thought the float was too high. This one had a high float, right? Yeah, this one has a higher float. I'm surprised it went this much. This is a really impressive move. 9. Wow. Yeah, I don't know if you two saw me. I got destroyed on Arab earlier. Look at this crazy pump and dump. Yeah, I was trading too aggressively. Well, I mean, it wasn't even too aggressively. But yeah, I ended up getting smoked on it. Hoping something better comes up because just gap scan wise, there's just nothing. There's no small caps with low floats that are gapping more than 35%. Oh, I mean, good stuff. Heck yeah. Yeah, even pre-market, it was Even from like early pre-market, it was moving. Very impressive. It's just not really what I'm looking to trade. Yeah, this is the only other gapper I really saw, and this one, it's just giving it all back. You've got stocks like BENF, SOWG. They were both moving, but they were both very, very low price, and they're not really holding up well. I don't see anything really coming up on the scanners either, so it looks like the 730's a bust. At least initially. Just gonna have to be a little patient here. $76 million isn't like, it's high, but it's not like super crazy high. Oh, but it shows 400 million on Thinkorswim. So this thing could have actually like over 100 million. I normally just like average the two because Lightspeed and Thinkorswim usually don't have the same shares outstanding. So like maybe 200 million just as a average. That's way higher than because it's difficult for me to read the tape when you get that high of a float. Other than Beyond, did you guys see anything else? Because I'm mostly just waiting at this point. Look at this one. Oh, this one actually, hold on, we got a mover here. SHMD. Okay, there was a 730 news catalyst. Secures major order. AI in the title. But these two first volume candles were extremely low. Yeah, you saw it too. Yeah, I don't know if you called it out before me. Yeah, I just saw it on my scanners too. It's good volume coming in. These two candles being super light volume threw me off a little bit though. Making me a little uneasy to get in here. I'm kind of afraid to get in here. Maybe if we see a rug to like 490. Yeah, so this thing dropped from 640 down to 540. So this one moves. I mean, it went from 4 to 750, so this thing can definitely move. But it did this massive move on like, what, 20,000 shares? 17,000 shares of volume. It moves up 100% almost. I'm going to be a little more patient here. Arab kind of set the tone for me. I agree. It's just sometimes the moves come from higher float stocks. I mean, yeah, definitely. I'm not saying that they don't. I'm just saying it's harder for me to read it. So that's mostly why I avoid it. Yeah, there. I mean, because you have a higher float, you're not going to see 100% move up or like a 50% drop in a minute. You're not going to see a move like this on Beyond. At least not on this volume. So yeah, you're right on that. You don't have to worry about getting stuck in rugs or flushes as much. Yeah, it's... To me, the only option would be try to do larger floats or just not trade. And I mean, right now, it's just really cold. Yesterday we had Nerve, but like if you discount Nerve and you think about all the stocks that flushed yesterday, a lot of them flushed. Or either flushed or they were a slow bleed without even having one leg higher. At least from what I saw. So like we're in the midst of a cold market, a shift right now. This one is holding up pretty good though. I'm still very scared to get in though. My trust has been damaged. I'm just gonna watch this one. If it goes without me, it's whatever. If we see a drop to like 490, 480 on low volume, I could consider getting in. So we had high volume here and it rejected. We're seeing high volume again. I'm curious if this one will hold up or if we'll see it give back again. This stock has been pretty range bound. Even for the historical move on this stock, this is quite a big move. No, yeah, you're right. Like, yeah, I'm looking at these two candles, right? This is extremely light volume. It feels like there should be a gap fill here. And if you look at the yearly, right? This one's the yearly, and like this is just all it is. This stock historically has been in this range. So unless the news catalyst is God tier, which I mean it seems good, secures major order for AI server. You got the AI buzzword. You've got secures major order. So like it kind of makes sense it would hold up here. Just the context of a cold market and me getting smoked earlier. It's got me on edge. Let's go from 570 to 670. So this thing's moving. There's a weird pop up to 670 into going straight back down. I got in at 615. That pop down was a little bit intense. Okay, quick little hit there. Seemed like that flush was a little bit too dramatic. I'm still not confident this thing's gonna go though. Yeah, it did end up going down. So this was a 1 minute failed high. Failed 1 minute high. Into a rug. Or what appears to be anyway. Oof. Oh, that's a bad candle. Oh, I think a flush, big flush coming here. I got in at 42 for a bounce. Tried buying that to add to 100. Didn't quite get the fill. I need to try and get out. I was hoping for an immediate bounce. It did end. Well, it ended up going back to break even. Yeah, I wouldn't want to hold that for too long, though. That was a pretty intense sell. Very unexpected to see it go down that much with that low volume. At least on the second candle. The second candle was very low. Was I too rash jumping out? I didn't quite catch the bottom. I'm not sure. Put it as a B. Considering I missed my initial sell for around 25 cents of profit, it could have just been chalked up to a bad hit. $5.26. Yeah, I mean, I could have tried to hold for this, but I could totally see this just completely going back down. FLWS is kind of moving here. Volume's light though. Not really interested in that. So you kept seeing it pop up here and projecting. The volume was really high on this candle too. This one had high volume. This one had low volume on the push down. It was the second half where it was popping back up that made this candle big. This was actually like half size at the time. I don't know. I don't really regret getting out. I didn't catch the bottom. I was off by like 20, 30 cents. Buying into something like this, you gotta really be tight with the timing. Yeah, there's nothing else I really see moving at the moment. Might just have to wait for the 8 o'clock to see. Correct, yeah. Strategy 1's front side, strategy 2 is back side. So, considering this first leg up was failing, it was more of a flush kind of move, right? Yeah, and whenever I'm trying to trade backside, I did try to add here because whenever I saw the second half of this or the first half of this candle, we saw like 510, 515. You see I had two failed orders where I was trying to get in lower. The first one, yeah, 512, 509. If I could have gotten in there, that actually could have had a beautiful resolution. I could have gotten like $25 on that if I held through this move, but me not getting that low entry fill and being stuck being 30 cents above the bottom, that's just when you're seeing a flush like this, you really need to be at the bottom. Or at least that's what I found is best. This coming down is on low volume, but it's consolidation, so I still don't trust it. I feel like it's a 50-50 if this goes up or down. I'm actually a little more bearish just because of the yearly chart context. PRZO. So what's this? Yeah, I gotta mess with my scanners or something because you catching these like, because this will show up on my scanner in like 2 minutes from now. So maybe I gotta mess with my scanners because yeah, I am not primed. What is this? Okay, there was news. Be patient for now here. A lot of room for this thing to move on the daily. Yeah, now it's showing up on the scanners for me. I mean, that's not, maybe I'm overreacting. I found out about this stock 1 minute after you called it out, so that's not even that terrible. Yeah, I'm probably just overreacting on that. This is quite range bound. Not really sure. We're seeing it. This is twice now. It's done this twice where it's come down on low volume. And then the higher volume returned it to high. This one just... I don't know. This one feels a little bit cheaper. There is resistance at around 180s. 186. I might just end up waiting till 8 o'clock, see if anything new drops. I'm not super keen with the way this one's moving. So there was high volume in this range. Now we're getting low volume here. It doesn't look terrible to buy here, just because of the slow volume breakdown. But just considering how cheap this stock is, you do have an interesting order here for 100,000. Curious what price is going to do when it hits this order. If it hits it. Oh, is it gone? Did it get pulled? The 100,000 order got pulled. Yeah, this isn't 100,000. Whoever had that order pulled it. Very strange. Oh man, a complete rejection. That feels kind of strange. Very strange move. Yeah, the market's just really cold right now. Things just aren't holding up at all. I haven't seen anything that's made a significant move. Right? SHMD, it had that initial pop up like 100%, but that was on like 16,000 shares of volume. And then it didn't hold. Actually, looking back on it, it's actually completely given it back. Yeah, so even this is... nothing's holding up so far. We're definitely in cold territory. All right, 2 minutes till the top of the hour. Just gonna have to hope that some comes out at 8 that gives us momentum, because, yeah, I want to see something good if I'm gonna be jumping in at... Preferably something over $2. And this is kind of what I thought would happen too, right? Because we had this giant gap on low volume. The historical range of this stock is much lower than it was. The fact that it's actually bled this slowly to get back there is, I was actually expecting it to be more violent, just given the way that other stocks have been acting. This is actually somewhat tame the way it's come back. No, if it was a hotter market, maybe that would have held up. All right, top of the hour. Here we go. Let's see if there's something new. I'm not interested in this, but BENF is running, if you guys like penny stocks. This one looks like it's retesting the highs. It's too cheap for me, but if anyone else is interested in that. BNBX is moving. Yep. I called that one out right as you did. Let's go. Okay. News at 8. Closes 58 million private placement. This was the same kind of catalyst as yesterday, I believe. Dang, 100% move instantly. This thing went up like 150% instantly. God, getting in here would be so risky, though. Seems right at 8, there's a seller. It's hit twice there. Good stuff, man. I did not trust it. I mean, it went straight from 350 to 5. We're testing 8 for the third time. Still not quite breaking through 8. Okay, so it's tapped 8 3 times. Oof. It's a pretty rough rejection. A $2 drop within seconds. I got in there. 636. All right, I'm out. Nice little $15 base hit. Back in there. 609. Might add to this. I tried to add there. Just cutting it there, making it a little bit of a small loser. It was down like 30 or 25 at some point. Did not expect it to do another leg down after that quick move with low volume. Yeah, I was down about 25 bucks at one point. I mean, it did end up going up to like 626, 628, so I could have made money on it, but... It's always tough, too, because I thought this flush down was on low volume, and then when I saw it went down on low volume, again, I tried to add in, because it looked solid for a bounce here. And it's kind of the same issue I had earlier, where I didn't get that extra fill. So that meant my average was like, in this case, it was like almost 50 cents above the bottom. It seems like a theme where it's selling off more than I'm expecting. It's twice now that's happened. So either I'm being too aggressive or the market's just selling off more than normal. So we had 6 straight down to 5. This candle was on a bit higher volume too. Whoa, whoa. Major seller there. It's like a 250,000 share seller. Just flashed on there for a second. Someone's trying to sell a lot. Or spoofing. Could be just spoofing too. Yeah, I don't trust this to get in at all. Seeing that major seller go there, I'm just nope. Nope. I want it to go down a lot more if I would try to get in here. Give me like 430, 420 and I'm interested. I'm just throwing the order out there. Just in case it does a quick flush. It didn't do it. But I wanted the order out in case it did. Now I feel like I need to drop it a little. It's consolidated a bit. Okay, it might. I need to look and see if there's anything else. I've been like hyper focused on this. I mean, Arabs kind of recovered. Nothing else is moving too intensely though. Could buy this, but that seller's still just scaring me. They could have gotten out during these candles, to be fair. There's enough volume for it. But I mean, we're so far into the backside. Let's go to like 490s. If people bought this expecting a breakout, this could flush it down to 4. No? Are we actually going to see a breakout? I don't think I'm interested in it. I'm just curious if it's going to do it or not. Yeah, I don't see anything else really in play right now. Let's just keep watching this, just in case it does a major breakdown. 490 to 440. I was expecting a bigger drop down if this failed. Kind of surprised it didn't go more. Also, what the heck is this stock? This stock literally just came and then just sold immediately. What is this, a Chinese stock? Applied DNA Sciences. Common stock. I'm gonna Google this. I have a feeling this is a Chinese stock. Am I crazy? No, it's the United States. Okay. Very strange. This stock just comes out and then immediately sells into the ground. I don't trust this thing at all here. It is curling, though. I suppose it could be possible if someone was trying to get out here. They could have been the one absorbing these pops. Or there's someone with a massive position that's going to just keep selling here and we're going to see a major flush. Or they get bought up and then it goes up. No, I mean, look at Arab. Like, what happened with it? Like, what happened with this one at 7, right? You just see this move up and it gives the entire thing back. Feels very similar, but on a larger scale with this one. Yeah, I mean, I've seen like 7 or 8 stocks this morning, and none of them have held up. This is the biggest one, but it's given it all back. Honestly, in some ways, the safest place to trade is the front side. Like the first 2 minutes of it might ironically be the safest time. I think I'm mostly just chilling here. I don't trust this to make a leg back up. It could. I mean, it's been testing several times. If it does break this, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if we see a surge back to 6 or something. But I don't know if I trust it. In a hot market, I would trust it. Not in a cold market. And not after seeing everything failing all day. Alright, let's see it. It's doing the break. Let's see if it actually goes or not. I'm not jumping in it. Okay, 100,000 on the pop. I mean, decent resolution. You got like 30, 40 cents out of this pop so far. It's a pretty clean pullback too. The volume's a lot lighter than the pump so far. Okay. Pretty similar volume on both the red and green. Interesting how on the 5-minute we had it just barely make a new high, and then it didn't hold above it. Got about 8 minutes till the half hour. I'm probably just going to be looking for that. A lot of penny stocks moving too, I've noticed. About half the stocks that have come on my scanners, just for the broad market, have been penny stocks. Like sub $1. The volume's gotten... I was gonna say the volume's gotten light, but actually it's just that these ones were so high, it's making this look light. But I mean, you're seeing almost 100,000 on some of these candles. Probably like 100,000 average, just because of these two. So the volume's still there. But I'm probably going to be out of this unless like volume goes up to like 500,000 and we're seeing it go back towards 6. Then I might be interested again. Otherwise, I would want to see this thing break down to like 4 or like 420. My scanners are just empty now for momentum. There's nothing in either of them. Just gotta grind through this cold market. Once we're out of it, then we can actually try and get some good returns again. Hmm. Three minutes till the half hour. I think we're just waiting for that at this point, because yeah, there's just nothing else to really... If I'm gonna trade the backside of the move for the rest of the day, I might want to just take a more conservative approach, because, again, 2 times now I've underestimated how much it was going to sell off. So if we see something selling off hard, maybe I should be a little more patient. Just a little bit. Just a thought. Anyway, we got 20 seconds till half hour. BNBX doing something. So it broke down and then instantly reclaimed. Let's see if anything pops up. If anything pops, I'm not going to see it for like the first minute or two. So I probably won't see it until 8:32 here. BNBX did recover, and it gave back again. So on relatively light volume. ARCT doing something kind of interesting here. So we had some kind of rug pull. It consolidated, and now it's kind of coming back up a little. Probably not going to touch this. What is this? Okay, so it was a clinical trial that failed. Don't really know if I want to get involved with this, though. But it doesn't look terrible. This is quite a reaction. It's a down. It's 55% isn't... It's funny to say 55% isn't actually a crazy sell-off for biotech. Don't really feel like I want to be involved with this. Maybe if this makes a second leg down, we're going to like 8s, 7s. I'd be interested. Not here, I think. I'm not seeing anything pop up on the scanners yet. Oh, is BLBX coming back, or... Oh no, wait, that's a different one. There's been 3 different stocks. 950 to 1350. I'll also jump over to BNBX here. This one's breaking down. Keep this one on watch. So what was this? Merger target. Signs MOU. Japan. So this is a headline just on a merger. Actually, really weird price action on the daily. RCT. It's tempting to get in there. All right, we'll bounce back to BLBX. This one looks like it's just breaking down. High volume on all three of these candles. Low volume on the initial pop. Yeah, this feels like a 50-50. This is going up or down. I don't really have a bias here. All I see is just chaos. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything else on the scanners but this. Yeah, volume's really dried up on this. 5,000, 7,000. Yeah, even these candles, the volume wasn't crazy high. 40,000 at the peak. No real crazy volume. Considering this was the only stock I saw that was showing up on the scanner at the time. What's this one? FLWS is kind of moving. This one doesn't look too terrible, actually. Volume's kind of light, though. Pumping 40 cents, 50 cents on like 25,000 shares, 30,000 shares. How much, a little bit higher float. Yeah, 63 million. Getting more volume in now, but this front side volume is pretty poor. The LBX still kind of sitting at the lower end of the range. The LBX failing. Still on pretty light volume though. For a buy order out. We'll see if we hit. We keep seeing orders failing at 960s. I'm a bit iffy to get in here. I'm wondering if I mean, maybe it goes back to 10, but I'm very skeptical. Man, today has just been a rough day today. Just, I mean, we had that one opportunity with BNBX, but it didn't even hold through the first move. Back at ARCT. This one's retesting. Yeah, no, it's nothing's held up. I mean, the best performer really would probably be FLWS, right? This is the best performer I've seen. But like, for this one performer that's up 32%, what else do we have in return? We have like the bodies of like 8 other stocks. Today definitely feels like survival. Low volume too. Not all stocks, but a lot of these stocks have been on volume where it's less than 10,000 a minute. That's significantly lower than normal. Yeah, a lot of signs we're just in a cold market right now. I'm surprised BLBX managed to recapture 10. I'm actually really surprised by that. I didn't think it was going to. I mean, at this point, though, the volume's so low. This could just literally be a 100 share buffer to try and get people to buy. You never know. Because this volume's like, it's non-existent volume. I'll look at it. I haven't seen Poet. Yeah, it is a little bit high. Ooh, FLWS though. It's just okay, that's not actually terrible. I thought it was worse than it looked. Yeah, this one's just kind of ranging. Never mind. I might stay past the 9 o'clock just to see if anything comes up on the 9 o'clock scanners. If I don't see anything, I'm probably just gonna bail here. Mm. Yeah, 6 trades is not a lot. As far as gappers now, we have nothing that's even over. The biggest one we have is 32%. Man, what's the point of me having a $5,000 account if I'm not even trading 2,500 of it? uh, LWS is hitting highs again. Still no news on this stock. Higher volume in this range. Right, these candles have all been higher volume. I'm gonna take a starter here. Let's see if this ends up breaking out. It's 3 times now. When it's come down, it's been on low volume. Only taking half size though. for a pop here. Nice. Yeah, that ended up working the way I was expecting. I didn't know how big this pop was going to be. The longer this was consolidating, the more it was making me wanting to move my order up. I was at 32 and I moved it to 38. Apparently I was too conservative because this ended up popping to 50s. But my logic was I'd seen it 3 times where it was selling down on low volume. And I looked at that as bullish. It was the leading gapper. And we were having volume. So I thought there was a chance that would work. Only half size though because I was buying very high. And it's just been cold all day. Nice little base hit though. The reason I didn't want to look for a bigger move, so like sell half and then hold the other half, I don't know. I'm kind of like on edge right now where I'm so worried about a sudden rug pull. So my worry was that we could see a pop and a somewhat decent pump, but then we could just see a rug, because we've seen that happening today. Logically, this kind of move makes sense, because like if it's consolidated this long, it makes sense a pop would make a move like this. I just, for whatever reason, I just felt that the odds of it doing something like this, like some shenanigans could happen. I just didn't have faith in it. But it is what it is. All right, we got 1 minute till 9 a.m. I'll see if there's anything popping up. If there's not within like the first 3 minutes, I'm going to head out here. Very high volume on this though. Right, these candles are way higher than what it's been. That's very interesting. Not seeing anything yet, but my scanners usually take 2 or 3 minutes, so I'll give it like another minute or two. Yeah, I'm still not seeing anything on the scanners. Just this. Yeah. Yeah, I don't. I mean, good luck if you're going to keep trading beyond. Yeah, as far as small caps today goes, today was, I mean, what did we have? We had one really good one, right? This one, BNBX. We had this one, which made a pretty strong. I can't even call this a strong move because it literally just surged up in like 3 minutes and then just sold off. I can't even call that strong. More like it just popped up with unusually high percentage. I mean, this was a good bit, right? Like 750,000. And maybe this is kind of just a continued fade that we've seen. So like this news catalyst worked during the hot market a couple weeks ago. And now it just feels like every time this news catalyst comes out and we see a pump, it's just failing. So this could have been like the hype from a few weeks ago and just expectations aren't there anymore. But yeah, I still don't see anything. I'm gonna call it here. Go ahead and I'll update this. So I'll go ahead and log these. Three, 4. So minus 16, minus 15, that matches pretty much. So yeah, we're down a little bit now. We are down about $3 on the account. That's fair. I mean, honestly, even surviving is fine to me. Like a $15 loss, that's totally fair. That's like what? That's a 0.3% down on the account. I need to change this. This is definitely wrong. But yeah, I'll go ahead and save that. But yeah, I guess I'll go ahead and head out here. You guys have a good rest of your day if you're gonna crush it. And yeah.